I'm going to show you how to make the perfect frittata, the Italian omelette. You can be creative, add whatever you want. I'm gonna show you step by step the process of a proper frittata. And if you've seen recipes where they tell you to add flour in it, please don't use those recipes anymore. They are not frittatas, okay? Ingredients to make frittata. I'm using a 12 inches not stick pan to make frittata. I'm using 6 extra large eggs, 3 or 4 tablespoons of grated pecorino cheese. I've used some frozen spinach I had in the freezer. There's nothing wrong with frozen spinach. All you have to do is to add them in any dish that you want. If you don't want to use spinach, you can use cherry tomatoes, you can use parsley, you can use sausages, you can use potatoes, zucchini, whatever you want. Use your creativity to make a fantastic frittata. I've got 1 standard size full cream milk. You might use less, but have at least 1 glass with you. Extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. As you can see, there is no flour involved. We're not making pizza. Please do not use flour for frittata. You can do pineapple if you want. I'm not gonna say it, but nothing wrong with that. If you want pineapple frittata. Frittata is all about using leftover ingredients or ingredients that you say, oh, what am I gonna do with those? You add them in it. I've got a jar of caramelized onion in the fridge, which has already been opened. I can add them here if I want. I'm not gonna do it now, but I can. All right? So be creative, have fun. First thing we're going to do is to get a nice large bowl and break 6 eggs in it. Now let's whisk the eggs very, very well, please. You can use electric mixer if you want. Okay guys, this is done. You just need to make sure that the eggs are blended very well. I'm going to add the salt, as much as you like. I'm not adding too much salt because I'm using pecorino, which is salty. I'm going to use pepper. And I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of pecorino romano. I don't know, why even 4? Let's do 4 tablespoons. And whisk again. At this point, let's add the spinach or any other ingredients you want to use, cherry tomatoes or whatever, you add them now. If you decide to use bacon, well, make sure the bacon is cooked first, okay? For some ingredients that requires cooking, make sure you cook them first, okay? For example, zucchini, make sure you cook them first. Mushrooms, make sure you cook them first. Or meat, everything should be cooked first. And this spinach, they've already been cooked and frozen, so they're ready to go. Making frittata should make your life easier, so it should be a very, very quick dish. Frittata takes minutes to cook, so if you add raw mushrooms or sausages or zucchini, it won't be able to cook in time. See, now we know how much spinach we have in there, so we know how much milk we have to use. So if you use mushrooms or cherry tomatoes, well, you probably need to add more milk. So let's see. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk now, full cream milk. Mix. Milk is something you don't have to use. Not everybody likes to use milk. I've seen people using cream in frittata. It's something that I don't recommend you. Use full cream milk because it does the job perfectly. My nonna doesn't use milk and a frittata is fantastic. I use milk because it helps to get more out of this. It helps to combine ingredients very well. The Authentic Italian cookbook is available worldwide. It's the first Vincenzo's plate cookbook ever. The recipes in the cookbook are made by passionate Italian home cooks and chefs. This is a book you must have if you love Italian food. All right, I think we're ready. Let's warm up the pan. So now we put the fry pan on the stove on a medium heat. Now we add the extra virgin olive oil. Just be generous. About 3 or 4 tablespoons. And spread the extra virgin olive oil everywhere, on the sides. Please don't use vegetable oils, canola oils. Just go for extra virgin olive oil. If you don't want to use extra virgin olive oil, you can use a little bit of butter. But we always try to say extra virgin olive oil is the best thing to use. Now we want to get the fry pan nice and hot. So let's wait about a minute before we add the egg mix. Okay, the pan is now ready for the egg mix. Let's pour everything in. And quickly spread the spinach around, okay? Quickly, because you don't want the bottom to start to become dense, thick, and to cook. So yeah, spread the spinach everywhere. And this is the same if you use another ingredient. Spread them evenly. So every slice has enough spinach. I was very generous with the spinach, I have to say. Now, there are two techniques to use to cook frittata. One is the fry pan only technique, okay? Where you basically do one side and then the other side both in the fry pan, but you need a lid for that, okay? The second technique is the fry pan in the oven. What we're gonna do now is the first 5 minutes, I would say, we cook it on the stove, just like that, so that we cook the bottom part of the frittata. And then we're gonna place it in the oven, okay? What in the oven is gonna happen is the frittata will grow, just like a focaccia. It will grow, it will cook the top part, and then once it's cooked, we're gonna turn it around, flip it around, to be able to give the nice color, the nice finish to the top part of the frittata. I'll show you. Can you see what's happening here on the edges now? Can you see how the edges are cooking? And this is a sign, it's telling me that the frittata is cooking perfectly. So just try to see if it moves. Now, if you're gonna use the technique without the oven, what you will do is the lid on. When this part starts to thicken it, to become more dense, you know that you can turn it around. As you can see, this is not ready yet to be turned around. It's way too wet. So at this point, when I can see this, see, I can see the edges are becoming, see, are cooking. I'm ready actually to put this in the oven. So I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna switch off the stove now, fry pan in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius until the top part cooks and it grows. And you will see that. It should take 5 minutes or even less. Make sure the fry pan you're using allows you to have the handle in the oven. Most of modern, even old school pans allows you to put the handle in the oven, okay? But just make sure with the fry pan you're using. And always touch the fry pan, especially when it's hot, with a towel or something so you don't get burned. So it's been exactly 5 minutes in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, and look, as you can see, the top is cooked. Maybe a little bit here, it's a bit runny, but it's mainly cooked. What we're going to do now is to transfer the frittata in a plate, which you can do like this, or if your plate is big enough, put it right on top, and then you just rotate it like that. Turn, perfect, look at that. So as you can see, the bottom of frittata is cooked. Now we want to cook this side of the frittata. So we're going to put the stove back on medium heat. Put it back on for about maybe 2 minutes the most. Try to move the frittata around. Can you see how fluffy it is? Can you see how beautiful and fluffy this frittata is? That's what you want to achieve when you have frittata, okay? But see, if you move the frittata around, you already can see how fluffy it is. Can you see that? That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Can you hear the cooking sound? Now we want to make sure it doesn't burn, okay? So move it around, move it around. It's been just over a minute. I'm gonna quickly, gently cook it. Let me check the bottom, make sure it's not burning. Ooh, it looks perfect to me. So move it around, because now the pan is nice and hot, okay? So you move it around, we don't want to burn it. Move it around, just to make sure that if we had any little bit of raw egg, it's not raw anymore, it's cooked. Okay, it's been under 2 minutes. I think it's time to serve this beautiful frittata. Now, this is the bottom of the frittata. I want to show you the other side, okay? So what we do is we get a plate. This is the plate I'm using to serve my frittata. It's a nice white plate. I'm gonna place the plate right on top. See, it fits perfectly. Right there. And now we're ready to turn. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Turn. And look at that. Look how beautiful this frittata is. Look how beautiful and perfect this frittata is. Fluffy, see? Cooked to perfection. This is how you make an Italian omelette. To show you how beautiful this frittata is, I'm actually using a black plate. So you can see the details even better. Look at that. Look at this stunning creation. Smells fantastic. I just want to show you how fluffy, how fantastic and perfectly cooked this frittata is. Look how beautiful and tender. Look at it. I need you to look inside and pay attention to this. Look inside. Look at that. Look how nice and tender. Look how fluffy. Look how it moves. Can you see? This frittata is so elastic. It's showing you that it's being cooked perfectly and it is perfect to be eaten. Look at that. There's no flour in it, as you can see. Look at that. See, this focaccia took me about 7 minutes to cook, okay? So it is very important that you have the spinach already cooked. Whatever ingredients you use has to be already cooked to be able to get this result. You know what I have to do now? I have to eat it. Oh yeah. You ready? Melts in my mouth. Look. Amazing. Fantastic. Great way to start the day. Great snack. I'm gonna put this on a panino. You can do it vegetarian, or I can just add some prosciutto, some tomatoes. Fantastic idea. You can serve this with some fresh mozzarella cheese. You can just be as creative as you want with frittata. Wow. I think I just realized that the spinach frittata is my favorite version of frittata. What about you? What is your favorite filling for frittata? Write it in the comment below. Let me know. What is the perfect frittata for you? What do you have to have in it? Maybe mushrooms? Maybe sausages? Maybe cherry tomatoes? Maybe everything. Tell me. So good. Oh my God. I can't stop eating. Oh, guys, I need to go and finish this. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you in the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate. Ciao!